Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good day. I have another awesome quality story for my audience, so let's get into it. So, we had a friend who decided to buy a house, right? And it was just like a little basic little house. We used to call it we used to joke around and call it like a tiny house because it wasn't very big. It didn't have very much to it. It was the most basic house it is, but it's only what he could afford. But I guess he had a master plan to it that we didn't know. It was kind of a surprise. So he bought like a like a normal house that needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of TLC. Like there's little things that need fixing, like plumbing, and it's not like you can't use the toilets, you can't use the sink. You can use everything. You just need a little bit of touch up, right? You know, got to start somewhere. And he didn't want to go and spend money on a he wanted to. I don't know if it's cheaper to do this way. I think it is, because his plan was he's gonna buy a cheap house, right? A cheaper house, and over time fix it up and make it look really good, right? And then if he wants to in the future, after he makes it the way he wants, he'll live in there for a couple years, and if he wants to sell it, he can, or keep it. You know what I mean? Keep it to the family, whatever he decided to do. At this time, it was just a small, normal house. It had a decent sized garage. It had a big garage. It had a decent sized front door. You walk in, you got the living room, you got the kitchen, you got the bathroom, you got the downstairs. The downstairs was pretty nice. You got everywhere the rooms and stuff. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. A lot of cupboard space, a lot of when you look at a house for show and tell. Well, we went with him the first time he bought it because he wanted to show it off. He's a family friend, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. Um, but he wanted to show us a tour, right? And he was just slowly moving in stuff, right? Um, like he was slowly moving in from his other house, so he didn't have very much in there. He had a little bit of furniture. He had his couch, his TV, you know, his chairs and stuff. He was starting to move in. He had somewhat of rooms, somewhat settled in, not really. Um, and then slowly, we'd see him every couple months. Family and friends that we always go see every couple months. We end up going to see him in a couple months, and we slowly noticed that there was things changed to the house. Like for instance, he said he's getting the garage updated. And obviously we couldn't go in the garage because it was all covered up. You could tell there was construction people there. Well, so he told us to come back over in like a few days, and we're like, okay, or no, like obviously a few weeks. So we waited a month. We came back, and he was not joking. That garage looks so much better. It was all renovated. He had it all sicked out. He had it all like awesome out. Like he had the floors. Like he looked like he obviously spent quite a bit of money, but he made the garage look like really awesome. Like a lot of people would say, "Why do you look a garage? Because only a car sticks in there." But he made it look awesome. He had like floors, like really nice floors in there, like really nice floors. They look sick. The walls were actually look like they didn't even it didn't even look like a garage. It was a garage, but it didn't. It was all like renovated, like it was like a garage, but it wasn't. If that makes sense. Like it was sick. It had like it was well cleaned up. It was like just perfect. He renovated it. He got a TV in there so he could watch TV. He can hang out. He had like a table, a nice TV, so he could hang with his friends. I mean, it looked nice. He spent a lot of money, and I guess he got it renovated and changed up and things. I guess if you can find the right people to renovate and you're willing to spend the money on it, you can make anything look like anything if you own the house, right? So he made it look really sick. He has a really nice motorcycle, and obviously they did something special to it. Like they made the garage a little bit bigger, a little more out, a little more so you could fit more in there. And he has a motorcycle thing that like I don't know what he does, but it spins on it, and you can like show off your motorcycle. He has like nice speakers, like it just looks sick, right? And obviously he could have his car in there, but he decided he's not gonna put his car in there because he wants to hang out with his buddies when his buddies come over, or he just wants to, show off his garage. So he keeps it in his driveway. His driveway is big enough to, so he got that under there, and he was happy about that. then he said he has another project that's gonna be really interesting. We were like, oh man, okay, that's cool. And I guess the reason why he was able to afford all this stuff we found out after is that he won a lot of money in the lottery and he hasn't touched it. And so we didn't know about that until after. And I guess he spent his money on his house. That's what he decided to do. So then the next time we came back, he was like his next project is something to do with the backyard. It looks like a basement, like a plain backyard. But he's like the next time you come back, the backyard will be looking good, right? So let's just say he did. He spent quite a bit of money on it, and slowly over time. So he looked at the backyard and he's like, "What do you think?" And so what he ended up doing, he got a really nice pond in there. Like he got it all nice rocked out, nice plants. He has like a really nice pond with fish in it. It's really cool, right? And then the next time we came over in a month, and he somehow got people to build like a nice deck thing. Like it's really cool. So he has like a ejector thing where you can watch TV. Then it's like a little swimming pool, like a hot tub. Like he has a hot tub kind of cool thing. You could sit and watch TV outside while you watch movies. Like it was really cool. That was pretty cool. That was a couple G's, like a couple grand. That was pretty nice. He got that in there. Um, and then he ended up deciding to like really make a really nice garden. He renovated to make a really nice garden. He had a big, nice garden with plants, decoration. It was like the coolest garden I ever seen. So it was pretty much coming together. And then so he has the backyard, he has the garage together, and we're thinking that's pretty cool, you know. And then he told us the next time he sees us, pretty much everything's gonna be pretty much looking good. So he didn't really renovate like the inside that much as he did anywhere else where you look. Like obviously, like he what he mainly did is like because the living room didn't look too bad. He ended up spending money, so he ended up getting the living room like hard floor, so that looks really awesome. He painted the room. He put nice furniture in there. He had a nice fire pit, so it looked really fancy. A nice flat screen TV setup. Like it just looked good. He made the living room like really good, really awesome setup. Like it's really nice, you know. Like he made it look really good for a living room. Basic but nice, if that makes sense. And then he's like, so we were loving his house. We were like, whoa, this is a sick house. Wow, you spent a lot of money. You did a good job. He's like, thank you. That's something he wanted to spend his money on. And then he basically fixed up his driveway, obviously. However, he paid for that. He got the driveway all nice, shiny. So his house is getting together. He's happy. Bedroom slowly, but the bedrooms weren't really a big deal. He renovated the kitchen to make it look nice. So he ended up getting builders to come in to make the kitchen bigger, more spaced out. He ended up getting the house more spaced out. He ended up putting hardwood in there. The fridge, like he made really nice counters, got a dishwasher. He made it look more like a chef kitchen. He made it look really, really awesome when it was finished. So he obviously they did something to the house to make it, instead of somewhat closed in, he made it more spaced out. So now the house even looks bigger. And it was the coolest setup ever, and we thought that's awesome. The house can't get any better than that. And every time I went over, I used to love the house, like just the way it's set up. And I used to say, if I was living here, I'd be happy, because you know what, I never get tired of it. I don't know if that's different when you live at a house. I don't know if you have to change it up. I don't know. But, it's pretty sick, pretty awesome. I thought it was the coolest house ever. It was pretty cool. So that's why I say you could have a crummy house to a really nice house. If you're willing to spend money and make it look really nice, you can do that to any house. You could have the smallest house ever, but you can make it look really good and really cool setup, right? So, yeah. Thank you for listening to my story. I really appreciate it. I hope my audience can relate to my story in some sort of way. Thank you. I will be back with another awesome quality video for my audience on Monday. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.